Hey guys, my name is Lizzie, welcome to my channel, and as you probably read from the title, today we are doing a horror collection. So I have not done one of these yet, I don't believe that I have, and I actually posted on Twitter and Instagram asking if this was something people were still interested in. I wasn't sure if it's something that was just like way too overdone, or if anybody would even like care if I posted it, and it was like 100% yes. For these types of videos across the board, so decided I'd go ahead and get. So I don't have the largest horror collection ever, but because I did start getting into horror a little later in my life. Now, most of what I have is on DVD, but I am interested in kind of the VHS scene. I follow a few people who are into like VHS collecting, but I only have like basically two that are like within the horror realm. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get into talking about what I do have. So first I'm going to start with, of course you guys know that I have this, but the 3 DVD Scream collection. I bought, if you know anything about the story behind me and my relationship with Scream, basically the 4th one came out, really wanted to watch it, so decided to watch all of the first 3 before watching the 4th, fell in love, and then of course I bought this very soon after doing so. It's just one of these like kind of traditional ones, and then of course Scream 4, which has like the original cover that they did for it, with like the shiny ghost face knife, and then cover just looks like. And yes, when I get DVDs, I do like to keep them in the little slidey sheet thing still. So I have that, of course, and then I have Scream on VHS. Now this I actually found on Savor not too long ago. I actually posted about it on Instagram, but I got Scream on VHS. They just so happened to have it, and it was only 99 cents, which was pretty awesome. I have not watched it on VHS yet. I need to actually invest in a VHS player before I can do that, but I just wanted to have it. I was like, I gotta have that. And then I also got The Craft on VHS from the same trip. Luckily enough, they were of course right together, so I have that on VHS as well. And that's it for my VHS though. And then to continue, I have a couple of different of those, like the 4 more DVD collections. I also have Lost Boys. You can see it still has the sticker from the place that I bought it. Well, I guess my ring light decided to go out. Oh well, we're just gonna work with what we got. But obviously there are only 3 movies in the Lost Boys franchise. For those who didn't know, there are sequels to Lost Boys, and then it included Queen of the Damned just to add I guess another vampire film, which I was okay with. Those of you who know, I love Queen of the Damned, so I love that. And then I also have, of course, the first 4 Final Destination films on DVD. I actually, in fact, do not have the 5th Final Destination on DVD. I believe I do have a like digital version of it, but yeah, I still need to get the 5th Final Destination on DVD. But yeah, so I have a 4-pack for, of course, Final Destination, which I love. And then my other last 2 kind of collection ones that I have is I have Nightmares and Dreamscapes from the stories of Stephen King, and it's 8 mind-bending stories. And when I bought this, it came with, well, let's see. I think it came with 2 or 3 parts, but I actually don't know what happened to the other ones. I basically moved at one point from where I was living when I had these, so the only one I was able to find is just the disc 1, unfortunately, but it has background, Crouch End, and Emney's Last Case, and yeah, it's just like a little mini they're just basically like mini films for Stephen King adaptations, which is pretty cool. And then I have this 10 movie contemporary called Classics collection, and it has Prom Night, Puppet Master, Curtains, Halloween H2O, Hellraiser, Inferno, Dracula 2, Children of the Corn, V, Fields of Terror, Trancers one, I guess, and then Howling, Ivy, I'm bad at pretty fish, the original Nightmare, and then Ray Bradbury's Theater, which is pretty cool. I gotta admit, I haven't watched all of these in here. Of course, I watched Prom Night, Puppet Master, I don't think I've watched Curtains, maybe I should. Of course, I've seen Halloween H2O. I think I watched Hellraiser, but I don't recall. To be honest, which is kind of sad. And then Children of the Corn. So there's a few on here that I still have yet to check out, and I've had this for a while, so I definitely need to check out all of those. But yeah, I kind of like those. Like, they're very random. The only thing that kind of bothers me is that obviously some of these are just like sequels. So if you haven't seen like the first or originals or whatever, it's like a little bit disappointing. And then I guess to kind of branch off of that, I also have Puppet Master 3. Now this I got in the old horror block, if anybody remembers horror block, RIP. Some of these DVDs are out of there. So I do have Puppet Master 3, but I don't own Puppet Master 2. I have seen it, but I definitely need to, like, I guess finish my Puppet Master collection since I've got like 2. But yeah, I have Puppet Master 3. I got that out of horror block. The next couple ones I also got out of there, Stake Land 2, which I really like this film. It's like a post-apocalyptic vampire film, and I really enjoyed it, so I would definitely suggest checking out the Stake Land films if you like a good vampire / post-apocalyptic movie. My DVDs are like getting so out of order. And then the next one is Last Phase, Night of the Lone Wolf. And this is another really good movie. I love this. It's one of my favorite werewolf films. It does have Ethan Embry in it. For anybody who doesn't know, he is also in The Devil's Candy, as well as being in like a bunch of other like kind of cheesy stuff. But dude's really good in horror films. But it is basically about this old blind war vet who is like living on his own, and he keeps hearing basically his neighbors in the neighborhood being attacked by this beast. Nobody really like believes him, and he kind of has to try and like fight it off himself. It sounds super cheesy, but it's actually really good. So if you ever get the chance to watch that one, I definitely suggest it. I think it's a really good film. Next one, which I actually did do a review on, and is In the House of Flies. Short version of my review. Not really the biggest fan of this film, but I thought I'd include it in my collection anyway, just because I happen to have it. So if there's anybody out there that loves this film, let me know, and maybe we can like do a trade, or I could just give it to you, because I'm probably not gonna watch this movie again. This is part of my collection. Next one, which I actually haven't watched, surprisingly enough, but it is The Strangers. It is basically like the only Blu-ray I own. Well, that's not true. Second Blu-ray I own, which I also think I just got out of the horror box. But yeah, it's called The Stranger. It is an Eli Roth film, which is why I'm surprised I have not watched it yet. Probably because when I watch things, I have a Xbox 360, which for anybody who does not know, does not play Blu-ray. My boyfriend has an Xbox One, so I could borrow it to watch it, but I just haven't yet, and I probably should. So if you guys want me to review that one, let me know. It'll motivate me to watch it. And then, oh yeah, also Silent Retreat. I almost forgot about this one. This is another one that I do believe I got in a horror block. I don't know how else I would have obtained it. And I actually really liked this film. I know there were like some mixed feelings about it. Some people really loved it, some people did not. I thought it was a good film. I'm not in love with it, but I do think it's an enjoyable film, and it's definitely one I think personally is worth checking out. Now the rest of these are all, or should all be, ones that I've purchased myself. It, of course, chapter 1, of course. Don't really feel like I have to say much about that one. Of course I have that one. Didn't know I loved chapter 1. And then some of the ones in here are actually, I did recently do in part of a haul video, I do believe. So some of these you may have already seen me talk about. But Red Eye, which is a Wes Craven film, totally underrated, has Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy, I think his name for a second, and it, oh, amazing, amazing Wes Craven film. Absolutely love this one. If you haven't seen Red Eye, you definitely should. The majority of the film takes place on a plane. With my alright, and then I actually, and don't judge me, I only have 2 Saw films. I have Saw and I have Saw 2. For those who don't know, Saw 2 is absolutely one of my favorite just horror films in general. And my favorite of the Saw. Really another collection I should probably finish at some point. Even the other day I saw it was like a 8 film collection at Target. I should have gotten it, should have invested, but I just haven't yet. So I only have 2 of the Saw films. There's another one from a recent haul that I did. Yeah, not much to say about it. It's Friday the 13th, y'all. Most of you have seen that. Poltergeist, of course I have this one. For those who don't know, Poltergeist is one of my absolute favorite horror films as well. Even though I am not that big of a fan of types of possession, demon type things. But I will say, since going to the Haunted Museum with Emma, a little bit more of a believer, I will say. Again, if you guys want me to talk about that, I will definitely make a video talking about my experience going to that. The next one is Taste the Blood of Dracula, starring Christopher Lee. Old school vampire film. Again, was part of that Big Lots collection haul that I did. It was whopping $3, so I really just needed to get that one. Now, this next one is something you guys, depending on where you're at, if you live in the UK, you may have heard of this, but it is Red Riding. Now, this is a 3-part mini-series, kind of a little similar to the way they did the original It from the 90s, and it's in 3 parts for each year, 1974, 1980, 1983, and they are all connected together through crimes and in their own ways. And actually the reason I stumbled upon this is because one of my favorite actors, Robert Sheehan, has a very small role. I do believe he appears in all 3 films. He has a bigger part, his character has a bit of a bigger part in the last one, but that's basically how I stumbled upon this. And yeah, I bust it out every now and then. It's pretty good. It is, you know, a little long because it is a 3-part series, but I like it, and it's because of obviously the time of which each event is taking place. It's got a very old school feeling. If you enjoy like the Zodiac film, it has a very kind of similar storytelling way as that, but yeah, I happen to like this series. It's been a minute since I watched it. Maybe I should do that sometime soon. And now the next one, and the other Blu-ray that I have, which is actually a Blu-ray and DVD, and it's Carrie. And again, I talked about this in my Big Lots haul. Of course, I had to get Carrie, again, another one of my favorite horror films, and it was only $3. So yeah, not a lot to say about that. Now for these last ones, these are more so in the comedy realm, I'll be honest, but I thought that I would include them just for the fun of it. And again, some of these I got in that Big Lots haul, and some of these I got recently as well. Not this one. This one is one that I've had for a long time. And a movie I definitely feel like is underrated and definitely suggest. It is Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Sorry, starring Leslie Nielsen and Mel Brooks, of course. It's a Mel Brooks film. So if you enjoy things like Young Frankenstein, I definitely think you should check this out. It definitely plays on Bela Lugosi's vampires, and really just like a lot of different vampire films. It is just, I think if you enjoy vampire films, but you're looking for maybe something lighthearted and you want a comedy, like me, I love vampire films, and this one is a bit of a parody, but I love it. And of course, like I said, if you love Mel Brooks films, but you have not seen this one, definitely suggest that you give that one a watch. I'm sure you can find it probably somewhere online to watch and rent. And now, of course, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Just reviewed this one for my 31 Days of Horror. Got this one recently at Target for like $5, so yay. Next one is the first season of Ash vs. Evil Dead. It's actually pretty funny because I bought this and then immediately after I bought it, like I think the same day, I found out that the first 2 seasons had been released on Netflix, and I bought it hearing that it was good. Hadn't watched it yet. I didn't like have TV to watch it when it was on the air. And yeah, I'm sad that Ash vs. Evil Dead is obviously no longer on the air. I just finished the last season. But yeah, I have the first season on DVD. Of course, I will have to get the other 2. And then some of these are still wrapped in the plastic because they were part of either the Big Lots or Target. Hocus Pocus I got at Target. It's still wrapped in the plastic. I don't think I need to say much about that film. You guys know. I also reviewed that one as well. And Beetlejuice. That was another one that I got at Target. And it is out of the wrap because I watched it. And yeah. Don't think I need to say a lot about Beetlejuice. Reviewed that one as well. And then my last 2 are Scooby-Doo and the Vampires, and it actually has 3 episodes to it. The Vampires Strike Back, The Fight Night Out for Bats. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. And then Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats. And yeah, it's just, I know, it's cheesy, but it's Scooby-Doo. I love it. So, and then my last one, some of you might judge me on, I don't care, it's Warm Bodies. It's a zombie comedy. I know this film gets a lot of crap because zombies are supposed to be scary, but I like the twist on it. I like that it's like, what if, you know, because zombies are technically people, so it's like, what if they were just like roaming around, still had their thoughts, didn't really have memories, but still had thoughts, and just were trying to live their best zombie life and trying not to harm people, but were being hunted. And I have to like this film. So, I don't really. But, yes, that is my current collection as of when I'm filming this, which is November 2019. And of course, get my ring light back on for the outro, but whatever. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give a big old thumbs up. If you have not and you're lurking, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and hopefully it works so that you can get notified whenever I post. And before I go, a quick shout out to my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. If you know the perks to being a patron, links are in the description below, along with all of my other social media, and I'll see you guys later with another video.